guys, Mike, and I'm back with my Fisker Ocean 1. Step into my office. It's gonna rain. What is up, guys? Mike, and as I said, I'm back in the office. It's great after a nice, relaxing vacation in the mountains. Sorry I missed joining Matt, Chad, and Brandon on the podcast with Will and Josh of Indigo, OV Loop, and American Lease. But Will has allowed me to quote him on a couple things from a conversation we had to provide some transparency that I think is very important for owners of Fisker Oceans like myself, Chad, Matt, Brandon, and all of you. The first I want to say is, I've mentioned this before, this is not to choose between the FOA or Indigo. More so, it is allowing owners to have more options for their own vehicle, or if they desire to choose to have security and T-Mobile back in their car. As we did find out in the interview, T-Mobile is a hardwired module, so that will not be an option. You will have to go with T-Mobile, should you choose to. The FOA has a lot of great things that they are working on, one of which is the OLP. Indigo, as well, is working on some online available options, and we heard about a lot of those in the interview video. If you haven't got to see that, please head back and check that out. Explains a lot and also elaborates on a lot of things. Now, based on the feedback that I personally saw in the FOA, I asked Will a few questions. The man is very transparent. Him and I both have served in the Navy. His son is in the Navy. There is a lot of very personable aspects about him that I appreciated when I was speaking with him. A few concerns that many of us owners had was the security of our vehicles. And also, if we did choose to subscribe to Ocean Loop, would we be able to opt out of the OTA or over-the-air updates if we chose to? This was a bit of feedback that I provided Will, and he said that is absolutely something they can do. It's great feedback. They welcome the feedback, and they would, at some point in the registration, have an option to disable or say that your vehicle is not capable of updating over the air due to a faulty MCU or ECU or some other module in the vehicle. Owners of Oceans that chose to select that could still register for the subscriber service, receive server security, IP security, as well as T-Mobile, but they would need to have updates done in person, and there could be, as we found out, communication between to get a tech either to them as being able to receive that update in person because their vehicle cannot over-the-air update. So I thought that was very interesting that they would be willing to incorporate that. And again, something very simple, it would disable your VIN from being an over-the-air update candidate. And great. It brings a lot of warm and fuzzy back to people. Now here is a few feedback items that I found it would be important to be in writing, and this is feedback from other owners of Fisker Oceans that I saw both in the FOA and the worldwide group, as well as the Florida Fisker Ocean Owners Group. They felt it would be important that any subscriber upon termination of their subscription shall in no part be rolled back to any previous software update to include any module or PKC. Number 2, subscription shall honor services rendered. Should services not be rendered as described, member may terminate at any time. Number 3, there is no binding time to which a member must be subscribed before receiving services. Subscription may be canceled at any time without penalty of any sort. Number 4, any over-the-air agreements will be made between provider and the person and not delivered until agreed upon time, meaning that if you agree for an over-the-air update, you will not receive that unless you are in that agreed upon update window. As mentioned earlier in the video interview, 1 to 4 a.m. was an example. No update to any module or device shall include any code that locks any module of the vehicle. Will made it very clear in his interview that they would not roll back anything should a member terminate their subscription. They would stop the IP, stop the server, stop the online services, but nothing would roll back. Anything you purchase up to that point is yours to keep. These were the feedback items that I sent Will, and he replied that he appreciated the feedback, that these were absolutely something that they could look at including, and he CC'd his engineering team to show transparency that he was taking the feedback from us very seriously. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Cheers.